Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Eric Brummett, coming to you from Mythic Life, and I'm so excited to connect with you all today. Um, Today, I wanted to share with you, why do we choose our ancestral lines? Why do we choose our families? And what is this element of genetic karma? This is something that we're going to be going deep into in our next month's SoulGuide workshop. We're looking at the elements of genetic karma, how personality traits carry forward, and yes, of course, these karmic elements of mistakes that have happened, traumas that have happened, abuses, that we do choose our family lines because there is healing to happen. But let's take a moment and really look at, what is it to be born into a human body and to have this genetic experience? Um, I embrace my ancestors. I chose my family line not because of what needs to be corrected and fixed and healed, and oh my God, this family line really needs to mature and grow. Of course, we all have growth. Every family has its dysfunction. Humans really are always in a place of evolving. That's nature. Um, but we choose our family lines because of their good traits, because of the positive elements. For example, I am my mother's son. My mother, Eva Grace Brummett, is such a strong, intelligent, powerful woman that has love and devotion. She cares so deeply for family, and she cares so much for nature. In the early 70s, when she had my brother and sister, her and my father, they moved up to the Sierras, up into the mountains in California. They found an acreage that was completely undeveloped and purchased it and lived off the land. They had nothing. They didn't have a building. They had to, for 3 years, haul water in. In the summertime, they went and stayed in a trailer in the upper Sierras where my father worked for the forestry, cutting lumber so that they can earn money. And as they earned money, they slowly but surely scrapped together, putting together a building and built a home. It had no electricity. They finally earned enough money to dig a well, and they homesteaded. They developed this land into this beautiful place, you know. And those traits, that character and that quality that my mother emulates, I didn't just absorb from her from being her son. I carry the memories in my cells. It is an instinct, a desire, a drive to actually develop and cultivate land. It's part of my personality. My grandmother, June Emo, has a passion and love for life, a playfulness. Growing up, she was born and grew up in North Dakota. Her father ran the trail, the train station, and became a mayor of the town. And when a baseball team was coming through, he would know that the team was coming through, and he would bring her to the station, and she would get the autographs of the baseball players. She loved baseball. She had a passion for sports. It was her little secret hobby. It was something that she always had there. And when she moved to California with her husband, John, my grandfather, they loved to go to the games, and they introduced me to baseball. They paid for me to go and play, and it was a way that I connected with her. And that character, that quality of playfulness and enthusiasm and looking for adventure, I feel I got from my grandmother. And her devotion to family. Whenever there was something going on, she would be there. She was always available for when somebody was in need. And she had a faith. I didn't grow up with a faith. I didn't grow up with a religion or spiritual beliefs. I was surrounded by things. My mother was a Buddhist. My father was a return to nature musician. But it was actually my grandmother and grandfather that had faith. They were devout Christians and really believed in Jesus and in God. And even though I have different beliefs and different opinions, it is something I resonate with in myself, that I carry this sense of faith. And so it's in these things that I can embrace I am my grandmother's son. I carry her characteristics in my cells. All of us do. We chose our family line for personality, for the genetic qualities that they carry, so that we can pursue experiencing life. And this is ultimately what it's about, is that we do step into things, and yes, there's healing to be done. There is that karmic element that is passed forward, but there is also these amazing qualities and characters. So I want for you this week to look at what stories you do know, if that's only one generation back or further. I am not just a Brummett, I am an emo and a MacArthur. The MacArthur line comes from Scotland, and they were royal knights of the Scottish family. They married into the family and were lords of a castle in Oban. And they were fierce warriors. They could defend their home. With only 15 knights, they defended a castle against an entire English army. They were powerful in this way. And when Scotland fell, some came to Americas, some came to Australia, and they were known for being powerful, strong warriors that could defend, that held righteousness. And when anything is of threat, I feel that strength within me. I activate it within me. Because every ability takes a characteristic, it takes personality to step into an ability. And not all abilities have to be learned. You are given gifts from your ancestors. Their personality and characteristics you carry in your DNA. You are your ancestors in this way. So these are some of the things we're looking to explore. And I'd like for you to spend some time exploring the stories, the personalities that you know. We, of course, are going to be in our SoulGuide doing some deeper healing, working through some of those karmic debts and genetic stuff that seems to entangle us into situations in our life. But we are also going to be exploring these good qualities, these beautiful aspects, and activating them, bringing them forward, and looking to actually embrace our heritage, because every family has good in them. Every family line has beautiful talent, and you are your ancestors' child. You are them. They are not something separate, and this can be something beautiful to embrace. So thank you for joining me today. If you want to explore further this ancestral roots, how to embrace it, and how to heal some of this genetic karma, we're going to be diving deep into this in our November Soul Guide. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thanks for joining me today.